Welcome back to my channel. The Philadelphia Eagles have several excellent head coaches in their history, but which one is the best? So I was just thinking about the Eagles, as I do most days, and I was thinking, is there a definitive best coach of the team? Is the whole fan base agreed? Or just what's my thoughts? And actually, I think everybody in the world will agree with this listing, and that is a pretty bold thing to say on the internet. But honestly, it just makes that much sense. So here's the definitive top 3 Eagles head coaches. Number 3, Doug Peterson. Won the first Super Bowl for the Eagles. Had one of the most exciting seasons ever. Made history. Has a statue. All of that. The Eagles, he's an all-time Eagles head coach. Of course. However, he was lightning in a bottle. He was amazing for 2 or 3 years, and then he just fell apart, and he might be out of the league at this point. Really fast rate. He might be kind of like a Gruden type coach, where he wins a Super Bowl, has a few good years, then isn't really in the league anymore. Kind of was lightning in a bottle. While Dougie P may be some people's favorite coach, I don't think anyone at this point would say he is the best Eagles coach. Then at number 2, this is where it gets very slightly divisive, but it's Andy Reid. Yes, Andy Reid didn't win a Super Bowl, but he brought the team from mediocrity to greatness. He had 13 years, and most of those, he was really good. And he brought the team to a Super Bowl, 4 straight NFC Championship games, brought them really onto the main stage as one of the main players in the NFC, where they are today. And there's still remnants even today, such as Howie Roseman. Now, he's not exactly related to Andy Reid, but it was from the same time frame. They set the foundation for who the Eagles are now. And some people may say he's the best Eagles coach ever. What I would say to that is, yes, he is the greatest coach who was an Eagles head coach. However, he's not the greatest Eagles head coach. He did not win the Super Bowl. He had a lot of playoff failures, and he wasn't the coach he is today when he was with the Eagles. It is like saying that Peyton Manning is the best Broncos quarterback ever just because of how good he was with the Colts. It is the opposite way, but it's the same theory. So while yes, Andy Reid was excellent with the Eagles, we now have a better guy, and that is Nick Sirianni. Of course, he has to be your number 1 Eagles head coach of all time, and he has to be your best coach ever because he has 4 seasons. He has 4 playoff appearances. He has 2 Super Bowls. He has 1 Super Bowl win, and probably the most dominant Super Bowl win in the past 5 or 6 years. One of the best teams in NFL history was Nick Sirianni's football team in this year's Eagles. And who knows, we're the Super Bowl favorite going into this upcoming season. He is nowhere near done, or at least it doesn't seem that way as of now. And yes, he does have some things, kind of some cheat codes, such as having the best roster in the NFL. That's really the main thing. I mean, best roster in the NFL. That's a bit of a cheat code. And Andy Reid didn't quite have that, but you go. This is a results-based league. You go with what happened, and what happened was Andy Reid did not succeed. Nick Sirianni did. Why is Doug Peterson not above Andy Reid? Well, because it was so short term. While yes, he did win the first Super Bowl, I can't give him for that one season above Andy Reid's decade plus. But Nick Sirianni has at least 2 of those seasons at this point and could easily have a 3rd. So what are your thoughts? Who's the best Eagles head coach of all time? What's your ranking of the top 3? Do you agree with me? Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content, and I'll see you later.